Well, it's a lovely Saturday afternoon, and the sun is out, and I'm driving my bus as usual. Anyway, I want to talk about the Metro newspaper. You get some good articles in here, and some very nice articles actually. Now, there was one bit here. I always like to read the Metro over the last 15 years. Since I started driving, I've always got my Metro on the bus every day, and there's some quite good information, especially for a free newspaper. Anyway, there's a bit here. It's by Ross McGuinness, who writes for the Metro. This is quite an old article actually, but it says here that 65% of British students feel they have not been prepared for the world of work. And I would just like to say, 65% of British students feel they have not been prepared for the world of work. So that means, obviously, if you're at school, college, or at university, I think it's vital that you get work experience at some point through your studies. I was a paper boy back in 1990. That's a long time ago. I was 11 and a half. Why did I become a paper boy? Well, I remember my older brother was doing it with his mate. So I just thought, I'll just probably do what he's doing. Well, it was mainly to earn a few pounds. It was like £3.60 a week to £12 something, depending on the size of the newspaper and if there was any flyers, leaflets, promotion stuff, And I did that every single week. It used to be every Tuesday, Wednesday, I'd deliver the local paper to 236 houses in Huddersfield. It kind of gave me a bit of discipline really working, So working is important because if you don't work, you get lazy. I've always been working. So I was a paper boy for 6.5 years, week in, week out. Doesn't matter if it was snow, wind, rain, sunny, whatever. I was always out every week delivering my newspapers. And I used to remember getting Christmas tips. I remember that. I used to wish them a Happy New Year. Merry Christmas, I remember, and I used to get some tips, But it's vital that students work. I got used to working from a young age. I just, I could have been lazy and not worked. I do know some people who haven't really worked, and it can be hard to get into that discipline, But now is the right time. Now. Just get some work, I was a waiter at a hotel, a Hilton Hotel, up in Huddersfield as well, for about 2 years. That was from 16 years old, 16 and 3/4 to 18 and a half or something, and I was doing that alongside the newspapers. So I got into a good discipline, So I think it's vital that you get work experience. Mainly, it shows that you can interact with people, communicate with people, get along with people, be part of a team, So obviously here, 65% of British students feel they have not been prepared for the world of work. Does that mean maybe they're disappointed that they didn't get the job that you actually wanted? If you worked really hard at college and university and you want that job and you don't get it, you're going to be disappointed, aren't you? Well, don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's what I can say. Obviously, if you can't get the job that you want, you're going to have to try for a different job or a similar role. Or like me, you could go travelling. I did travel quite well. I went to Australia because, again, my older brother was going. He said, "Do you want to come along?" I said, "Why not?" And at the time, I was going to work at a chemical company. It would have been a good job, but I just wasn't focused. I just didn't have that mindset to be, a chemical process technician. It just wasn't me. Just couldn't focus, And that's what I mean. If you can't get what you want career-wise, you're going to have to just do something else. For me, bus driving wasn't something I wanted to be a bus driver, but it wasn't something I really, 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 really wanted to do in my teens. I remember when I was a kid, I wanted to, to the age of maybe 11 or 12. And then when I was in Australia, I found out a friend was driving a bus, and I thought, oh, wow, I think I'll do that as well. So I've kind of fallen into things, I haven't been really, really ambitious. I've just fallen into things. But yeah, it is obviously sad that students feel they haven't been prepared for the world of work. All I can say is work. Just get some work experience. Whether it's in a pub, you're a waiter in a hotel, you're a paper boy, or work for the local milkman, whatever. Get some work experience now, as young as you can. It shows that you can work with people. And I think, I remember now, my friend Jem, He's from Nigeria. He told me quite a few years ago. When was it now? It was about 6 or 7 years ago. He told me, he says, Anton, you've got good interpersonal skills. I went, what? My vocabulary's not very good. I did get a B and a C in English in my GCSE, I know, but I remember he said interpersonal skills, good. I said, what's that? Obviously it was just the way that I can interact with people and talk with people and stuff, And I thought, oh, right, excellent. So I realised, it helps to get out there in the job world of some sort, working. It shows that you interact with people. If you're a paper boy, you speak to the local, your neighbours, people on the streets around where you live, just interacting with people. I think employers are looking for people who can work with other people. It's not just about can you do the job. It's about, can you actually work as a team. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say. Thank you very much, Metro, for providing all this information, randomly throughout the week. I see all these articles. And a big thank you to Ross McGuinness for this information. There's quite a lot I can cover on here, but I just wanted to speak about the bit about British students being, maybe disappointed that they haven't been prepared for the world of work. My advice is just get out there and get some work experience. If you can't get the job that you want, keep going for it in some way. You might get it eventually. It could take years, hopefully not decades. A lot of movie star actors, they've wanted to, be acting, and they've been told it might take 10 years to get to where they are, and it has taken 10 years. So, I think was it Robert Duvall, Gene Hackman, those actors who were told originally, it's going to take you 10 years to get to where you want to be. Just focus on doing the work now, and you'll get there eventually. And that's it. Just keep plodding along, working at your goals, and hopefully you'll reach your goals at some point. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Try a lot of different things. You don't know what job that you might like or not like, and it might lead on to other things, it might open a door. You don't know what's on the horizon. Well, I know. My destination is Aldgate right now, and I have to go. Thank you for watching, everyone. Have a lovely weekend.